Bhupinderji, to even suggest this is preposterous. I mean, I think they are very serious issues we are debating, and to attribute such motives would defeat the entire exercise of looking at judiciary dispassionately.
I'm looking at the politics
I
behind
have a few points to it.
I'm just trying to look at the politics
I
behind
have a few
this.
points.
Yes.
No, there's no politics behind it.
There is none.
For far too long, everybody knows what has been happening. You have such eminent jurists in front of me. Ask them, tell them to touch their heart and say there's no corruption in judiciary. Ask all of them and let them say honestly.
But who forces that corruption?
That the appointment of
Mr. Mittal, who forces that corruption? It's not as if when you were in power in the previous regime or when the Congress was there for the last 10 years, it's not as if that these judicial appointments weren't being influenced. It's not as if the political class had nothing to do with these appointments. So when you say that, oh, ask these jurists to put their hands on their hearts, it's almost as if, you believe that the political class is completely hunky-dory, sir.
Bhupendraji, you were sidetracking the main issue. There are two issues involved. Appointment of judges is separate, then corruption in judiciary. We are dealing in two different issues. Today, the bill for appointment of judges has come. We are not debating that. We are debating how to tackle corruption in judiciary. See, the first fundamental guarantee this constitution gives us is equality before law. The law on corruption is Prevention of Corruption Act. I do not understand why anybody, be it a jurist, be it anybody, who will not be tried under the Prevention of Corruption Act. What is so sacrosanct about anybody in this country that the Prevention of Corruption Act shall not be applicable? You've had exposés from all and sundry. Justice Kajju being the latest out of them, pointing out time and again the amount of corruption which is happening in judiciary. Why should the due process of law not take place? Why should there be a special provision to deal with corruption in judiciary? I don't think that's the right thing to do. See, the fear of Contempt of Court Act is so strong, and the repercussions of being unpleasant to judicial sensitivenesses has become so strong that people don't want to come out and speak the truth. The truth is state.
No, you're trying to make a distinction.
Corruption. Why is no action taken?
Justice Kajju has given enough material.
Mr. Bhattacharya, why is no action taken?
In fact,
you have charges of sexual harassment.
Only thing is that people
no
are
action is
afraid.
taken.
People
you
are
have
afraid.
charges of corruption. No action is taken.
If the person
are you
is
saying
named,
that they are above law?
It will lead to another kind of sort of litigation, and ultimately you have to
prove. So you are saying there should not be charges?
Okay, no.
The whole world knows who the person is.
Hold on.
I mean, why are we confusing the issue? We are talking about sexual harassment. We are talking about corruption.
No.
You are talking about appointment of judges. They're two different things altogether. I am just merely asking you,
yes, sir,
when there are charges of sexual harassment,
yes,
why is no action taken? When there are charges of serious corruption charges, why is there no action taken? I'm just merely asking you that.
No, that's not.
And for these two things,
should
you have a different process of law?
What you are saying is
right. For sexual harassment charges, should you have a different process of law?
Mittal,
for corruption charges, should you have a different process of law?
Mr. Mittal is laughing at your observation.
This is typical.
He is laughing
because
of an inconvenient judiciary.
Maintain status quo of a system which is rotting right now.
Today, the legislature and the executive, they are basically terribly scared.
It is better what Mr. Mittal has to understand. It is always better to have an inconvenient judiciary. We need to have a judiciary where the judiciary and government do not enjoy comfortable relationship, because that will ensure.
Do you want
that there is judicial appointment commission?
We do suspect.
Yes,
the Chief Justice of India, where the Chief Justice of India.
Bhupinder, can I say something?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Mittal. Yes.
Bhupinder.
Yes.
What is it that the confidence of judiciary in the minds of people is shaken? It is shaken when there are sexual harassment charges, where a judge relinquishes office.
The Chief Justice is wrong?
Are you saying the Chief Justice is wrong? Allow me to finish. I am just allow me to say something. Sexual harassment charges, nothing happens. Serious corruption, and I am talking about moral turpitude and financial corruption charges.
Sir, what happens when politicians get involved?
Are not going to be transparently dealt with.
What are we talking about, Mr. Mittal? Come on. How many cases of politicians are also involved in bribery and sexual harassment ultimately get settled, sir? Tell me.
Please allow me to finish, na?
Yes, sir.
Allow me to make a point and then let's debate this.
Yes.
For all these charges, do you not think that there should be transparency in dealing with these charges? These are serious charges.
Yes.
And when it comes to the highest people enjoying the mandate of doing justice, if it is against them, what is critical is for the faith of people in judicial system. These charges must be dealt with transparently, efficiently, and to their logical ends. If you brush them under the carpet saying, this will damage the reputation of judiciary, believe me, you may be able to scupper the voices, but it will damage you. And there is no action on the matter.
There are enough allegations.
What is critical is once the charges have been made, there is no transparent mechanism to show that these charges are wrong. You are not transparently investigating these charges. Actually, if this is the political language spoken by Congress or anybody, it is unfortunate. A status quo system which has problems there should not remain a status quo system. Changes are required, and I think it's acknowledged by everybody. There are problems. As I have just pointed out, there are charges of sexual harassment. There are charges of corruption. These are serious charges. And where is the equality before law? Why should the due process of law not be undertaken in these cases, be it a politician, be it an executive, or be it the judiciary? But you are trying to insulate, and this insulation has led to what we are seeing just now.
So you believe
what I am saying is, let's not confuse two things.
Yes.
Let us not confuse two things.
You made that point.
See, there is a judicial function, there is an administrative function.
Yes.
The judicial function must be completely independent. An administrative function is not a judicial function.
All right.
So let's not confuse these two things also.
All right.
What is happening is, in the garb of judicial function, we are covering administrative function, which needs to be completely transparent as well.
Well, let's just...
Why CIC? Why Information Commissioner's order of Right to Information Act being applicable?
Well, by the way...